Hey, Michelle, what'd you think?
About what? About the mayors?
The forum, yeah, the forum.
The forum?
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great way to find out what each candidate would do if they're a mayor.
Who was the best and who was the worst? Who's the best? How's that?
The truth?
Yeah, the truth.
You've been sitting next to me, so you know that I'm a pretty straightforward person. I would say, I didn't know him before I came here tonight, but what's his name? Joe Tomei. He actually
And you're
was
not a backer, right?
I'm what?
You're not a backer, right?
I'm not a backer, no.
Okay.
I was impressed by him. He actually answered the questions, and a lot of stuff that he actually proposed if he were to be a mayor made total sense. It was good for the city, and he talked about the relationships, what we needed to do. You know, it's the police and the community. It needs to be we, not them and us or anything like that. And I've been a resident of Oakland for over 25 years, so I know what I'm talking about. You know,
How about you? What's your name?
My name is Kristen, and I love the opportunity to see the different people talk about what they were going to do. I just found out about this event today, and I came here with a really open mind. I had some impressions from people who've previously been in different offices, and I have to say I was really impressed with Joe tonight, actually. And that was impressive because he had a lot of facts at his hand, and he's not in a political background. I also liked Don. I liked his background. He was really fresh. And surprisingly, I liked Barbara as well. I did not like all the grandstanding. I'm not here to hear a preacher. I mean, it was entertaining.
Wait, let me second that, because I didn't answer your question who I thought was the worst. I didn't come here to hear a preacher. I'm a good Christian woman, so I love God, but I didn't come here to hear a preacher. And I came here to actually have the questions answered, not swayed back and forth. And I felt a lot of the candidates didn't answer the question. But I do believe that Joe did a very good job in answering the questions. He was very specific. He had a plan. He did his research. I also liked Don McClay. I also agreed with a lot of what Kaplan said. So those are my three.
I know. I think
those are my
came in
three.
here.
Yeah, okay, that's
No,
We
perfect.
didn't know each other.
We didn't know each
okay.
other, and we were in agreement. Tonight, I think we're in agreement.
Wow.
It's a great.
So our three.
That's
our
perfect.
three was it Joe?
Thanks. Hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Ollie Bayless Payne.
Now, I know you're Terrence, a supporter of Mr. Kendall, Dr. Kendall, but what did you think of the forum? And
I thought it was very interesting, very reflective, and it was good to know each candidate's viewpoint. As time progressed, I noticed that some of the other candidates' viewpoints about resolving conflicts and solutions were very similar to what Dr. Kendall had proposed.
Interesting.
Yes, I noticed that.
Hey, thanks a lot. Who did the best job of the forum?
I couldn't say. There was good points and bad points by all parties concerned. I was impressed by all, not all totally, but the various positions they all spoke to and took. Yeah. Good group of folks. I'm surprised that Parada isn't here.
Yeah, we had a cheer for him. Hey, Steve, what'd you think?
Well, what did I think? I thought
Who
that.
did the best job, Steve? I know you have an answer.
Well, I'm partial to Rebecca, but I liked what Don had to say and Jean about regional thinking as a way to solve some of the problems we have here. You know, it really is ridiculous, and there's no parity involved in having an area where there's a lot of crime and people up in Piedmont or God knows where get a free pass. Oakland does the heavy lifting. We have the port here, we have poverty, we have all sorts of stuff that is a direct result of all the bad air that comes from the ships and the trucks and stuff. Who breathes that? We do. Who pays for it? We do.
Who did the best job?
Well, I think
filibusters.
I think Rebecca.
All right, thanks. Vicky, who did the best job of the forum?
Well, I think that everybody did a great job, and I'm just so excited that, first of all, that we had a full house of people here who wanted to hear from the mayoral candidates. It was nice that we saw so many candidates for mayor who each got an opportunity to articulate their message, whether they were, the big candidates or the what people might think are minor candidates. Everyone had a chance to give their position. And I think that that's really important in democracy, that we can hear from all these folks. I was very disappointed that Don Parada still isn't coming to these things.
They are cheerful.
Because because his voice, I think, would be important in this. And I think that the real winners from this are all the people in Oakland who get to hear real solutions. People are coming up with real positive, real constructive statements about things that they could do in order to improve the city.